Rossiter United students, welcome back to Ancient Civilizations. We are in Chapter 2, The Stone Ages and Early Cultures. Today we're focusing on Lesson 2, Early Human Migration. The goal of today's lesson is to understand that as people migrated around the world, they learned to adapt to new environments. Let's make sure we understand what it means to migrate. Migrate means to move from one place to another. So as people started in East Africa, climate changed as we got into further and further ice ages. And as the climate changes, early humans found the need to move to other parts of the world. Early human populations migrated. They moved from one place to another across land bridges that formed as water left the oceans to form frozen glaciers. So they were able to travel up through Europe as well as southern Asia down. Now, if you notice on this map very carefully, I want you to make sure you notice this. Historians don't believe that Australia and Asia were truly connected by land, and they have sought evidence to find out how they moved from Asia to Australia, but it was not across a land bridge. They believe a land bridge across never existed. One did, however, exist from Asia to North America. Currently, the meeting point where Russia and Alaska are only a few miles apart, separated by water. But this was a land bridge during an ice age. People were able to migrate across from Asia to North America and then down to South America and Greenland from there. As early humans moved to some of these new environments, they needed to change their ways in order for them to survive in these new climates. There's new weather patterns. There are new forms of animal life to hunt and protect from. One of the things they did was they took animal skins and they were able to sew them together for the first time and create clothing to keep themselves warm. If they were good enough for the animals, they were good enough for the people that were hunting them. They created pit houses for shelter. In addition to finding shelter in caves and bringing fire inside, they dug holes in the ground and then, using branches, leaves, or other rigid structures, covered the holes with sheltering so that they were protected from the elements. Later on, they moved these structures above ground with frames. These frame structures were laid cover with animal skins, again, to keep their inhabitants warm. We want to understand what the Mesolithic Era was. We call it the Middle Stone Age. Paleolithic was the Old Stone Age. Mesolithic is the Middle Stone Age, about 10,000 years ago to 5,000 years ago. The Mesolithic Era is the period in which people started creating tools that helped them adapt to new environments. So that's when we see the bow and arrow made from bones and stones to help hunters hunt their prey from farther away, from a safer distance. We see hooks and spears made from bone for fishing. Now we're starting to see man delve into water and ocean life for food. We also see canoes being carved from trees and hollowed logs for the purpose of crossing across water. This is how archaeologists believe they were able to reach Australia from Asia without a land bridge. Very quickly, from which continent did the first early humans probably come from? Before they made it to North America, they arrived from Asia. It's the only place they could arrive from. Question number 2, quick quiz. What materials did early humans use to cover frame structures with roofs and walls? Animal skins. They were good enough to keep the animals warm. They were good enough for the shelters to keep the people inside warm. One more quick question. How did early humans make canoes? Answer: they were carved out of trees and out of hollow logs. Very quick lesson today. Hopefully you're prepared for the quiz. Have a wonderful day.